already time is already running late, but I still have quite a few things to comment. Well, first of all, I would say I gave you a very short time for this project, and I'm happy to see that things happen, and then all teams have something to show. And before I comment on on the many aspects of your presentation, I want to mention that Team 16 over there are 4 students from art and design departments, right? But they have the most ambitious project in this class. 他们的 project 的野心最大. They have the most ambitious project. And I have been working with professors and students from art and design departments, and I realized the spirit is so much different. The artists and the designers, they always have ambition to achieve something that is not the same as everybody else. 他们要做跟所有人都不一样的事情. But I remember you received a question, or somebody asked you, or you're going to use 18 motors, right? And you're going to use 80 motors, and somebody concerned that they're going to spend a lot of money on that. But I don't think money is the biggest problem. I think the complexity of controlling the 80 motors will be very difficult. So the other side of an ambitious project is that it will not be very easy to finish all that. So I really hope to see that happen. So, but if you need any help, maybe these guys, you can come to these guys for help, especially you don't have engineering students on your team, okay? So that problem is, that project is very different from other projects. And the first aspect I want to comment on is still on presentation. And I know all of you putting effort in this project. And I think all of you spend a lot of time on this project this week. But if you do not have a good presentation of your project, people will not appreciate your effort. 大家不会感受到你的努力. So this is so important as a designer, or when you go out and work. Being able to make a good presentation and tell people what to do and let people appreciate your effort, this is so important. This is so important. And many of you did not have eye contact to the audience. 没有跟你的 audience 有眼神接触. Many of you look at your slides and did not have eye contact to your audience. And in our next presentation, you want to remind each other. So if Kevin is my teammate and he is making a presentation, but he is not looking at the audience, the rest of the teammates have to remind him, hey Kevin, you have to look at the audience. Okay, so this is fundamental. This is so basic. You want to have this intention of communication. You want to talk to people by looking at them. So when I talk to you, I even look at the people over here, then people over here, then people over there. I don't want to miss anybody because I want to talk to you. So that is so important, so fundamental. And the second thing I want to tell you is that today all teams made some videos, show some videos, and some of you show very interesting video and a lot of fun, and some of your video is not that good. Let me tell you, when I was in college, that was 30 years ago, I think. 30? Yeah, well, that was 30 years ago. When I was in college, I really wanted to make a movie. But at the time, the only way that I can make a movie is to buy those 8mm filmmaker, 那个8厘米的摄影机. I did not have the money. I did not have the equipment and everything. But right now, all of you can make edit your movie very easily. So this is so powerful. Recently, I'm working in the Office of Academic Affairs, so 我在教务处工作. And I ask people, do not turn in written report anymore. I want professors to turn in their video in the class. Don't turn in the written report. So this is so powerful. And for the rest of the semester, you will be making 2 other presentations. So when you make the videos, you have the equipments, you have the software, and that is a very powerful tool for making the presentation. And again, I think I said this to you. When you want to describe your concept, do not show people photos. You want to show people drawings. A lot of you take some photos and put it up there, and it is not clear reading your photos because there are so many things in the photos. You want to put drawings, even hand drawings or engineering drawings. You want to put drawings and not photos, okay? And actually, again, this is still mechanical engineering course. This is an engineering course, and only two teams show some calculation. I put this in the project. I asked you to do some calculation on the gear reduction ratio, torque, friction, weight, and all that. Only team 10 and team 4. Only team 10 and team 4. Where's team 10? Team 10 and team 4. Where's team 4? Only these 2 teams show us some calculation, and it will make your presentation so much more professional. Some team made a demo and put a bottle of water, and put 2 cell phones. Hey, see, my vehicle can carry a lot of weight. Yeah, that is one way to do the demonstration. But the other way would be if you do some calculation and all that. And who is that team? Putting water on your vehicle. Who is that team? Okay. Yeah. I remember you received a question. What is the load you can carry with your vehicle? So if you can do some calculation from the friction and the torque of the motor and the reduction ratio of your gear train and so on, and you can actually calculate the specification of your vehicle, that will make your presentation so much more powerful. I'm going to make a speech to some people in the company about some robots we made. And I always have those engineering specifications to show them so that they will trust me. Hey, this is a professional work, okay? And I even, when I was sitting there, I even decided that for the midterm next week, I will give you a very special open book questions to the mechanical engineer, not to the art students. I will give you a very special open book question on your project. I want you to calculate want you to calculate from the friction, from the weight, estimated weight you're going to carry, and the reduction ratio of your gear train, and the RPM, rotational speed and torque of your motor. I want you to estimate the speed of your vehicle and the load that can be carried on your vehicle. And so when preparing for your midterm, 我在泄题给大家. When preparing for your midterm, you want to do some experiment with your project and collect those data. 所以在期中考的时候，我想我们会有一题 open book 的问题，就是你们写完那个 closed book 的问题。After you finish your closed book question, the 4 of you can gather together to answer that open book question. 你们4个人可以聚在一块儿，然后我会给大家一个特别的 open book 的问题。所以 open book 的问题就是你们可以带资料来翻啊，什么的来回答这个问题。不过就是今天我想在 project 里头看到，可是我没有看到的问题，我想把它放在 midterm 里头。So that is one of the purpose of sitting in this classroom, right? And you have to have this ability to do those calculations and show people those data. So I want to put it in the midterm, and I will make it clear on the proto and after the next session. And the other thing, starting this project. Well, last project was design concept, so we can, train you. You can say, I want to do this, I want to do that. But starting this this project. We are going to show something real. And I have 2 points I want to make, 3 points. I have 3 points I want to make. First of all, some of you use Lego. Lego is good. It's a good prototyping tool. But some of these Lego fell down there and it's fall apart. But try to, well, you can use some Lego components, but this is not a Lego project after all. So still, you want to try to build your stuff with something other than Lego, okay? And the other thing I wanted to remind you is that who is Team 19? Where is Team 19? Team 19. Team 19, can you raise your vehicle? 你们把你的这个东西 I think, well, or other than Team 16, Team 16 really put a lot of effort trying to make the prototype. Other than Team 19, I think they have the best craftsmanship. This word craftsmanship, 工艺品质. So starting this project, you're going to show people something real, and craftsmanship will be important. And you see their stuff is pretty neat, and they actually made the control box out of paper, right? And they put some tape together so that the cable, the 电线, the cable is not like falling all over the places. 他们那个 cable 不会到处乱七八糟. Well, it's neat. I'm not saying they have the best concept or best design, but their craftsmanship is good. Craftsmanship is good. 他们的工艺品质是好的. So starting this project, we are going to show people something real, and that's something you want to pay attention to. The other thing I want to mention is that some team pay too much attention on the electrical circuit. And actually, the electrical circuit will be replaced by an Arduino microcomputer if this guy comes up with a proper material for you to learn Arduino. So this project and next project will be on the shooting mechanism. For these 2 projects, do not spend too much time on the electrical circuit. I think you put too much emphasis on the electrical circuit. Okay, one very last point. It's about asking questions. You see, you want to ask. Well, the purpose why I asked you to ask a question, so that after you make the presentation, you will get some response. The people who the person who make the presentation will get some response from the audience, and it is also for the audience. For the audience, you have to listen carefully and come up with good questions. Good, sincere questions, 诚恳的问题. Well, some of the questions I heard was like, oh, I don't know what to ask, and I asked something, 就随便乱问啦. If you do not ask a sincere question, you are wasting our time. Because when you ask this question, you do not really want to know the answer. You just ask something, so you're wasting our time. So when you're sitting here listening to other people's presentation, you really have to pay attention and try to come up with a good, meaningful, high-quality question. Okay, so that's your job as an audience. Any questions so far? But basically, I think this is a very good session, and I'm happy with the result. And next week you're going to have a midterm, right? So, but when preparing your midterm, you do want to collect data about well, I will put it on the portal about the reduction ratio of the gear trend, the friction, coefficient of friction, and some characteristic of your motor, including RPM, torque, and all that. So we'll need that data for the open book question you're going to get in the midterm. Okay. All right. So see you next week.